Right now.
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 Because it's time to write now.
Right now.
Right
Right now.
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 Because it's time to write now.
Welcome to Weekly Writers Group meeting 77 as we come together every Wednesday to chat and hang out with the other writers in the community. This is the virtual writers group that you didn't know you needed, where we chat about all things writing, whatever's on our mind for the week. Maybe we procrastinate a little bit, and we also get in some good progress on our storytelling. So we're going to try to see what we can we're going to try to see what we can accomplish today. We're going to be starting off with a short conversation and hopping into a writing sprint. Today, we have time for an hour with our writers group. So that's what we will be doing. So glad to see all you guys here. I see all of you in the chat. I'll say hi in just a second, but you guys know me. For anyone new, I'm Kaufman, daily writing streamer, dragon enthusiast, and working on The Last Scarecrow. Oh yeah, and we're kind of fun pixie scene actually. So I'll see just what I can accomplish today. And as you can see, I'm joined by my fellow writer over here. So I'll take it away over here.
Hey everyone, it's Chat Soul. Working on a fan fiction again tonight. I actually finished the one I was working on last week. I finished that one not yesterday, but the day before. So super excited I got that done finally. Working on the sequel to, well, not sequel, but the next one in the series, and having a crap ton of fun with that.
Yay! So you're making all the progress today. So definitely you will be leading the charge on our writing progress for the day. And then Crazy, always good to have you joining us, my friend.
Hi!
Welcome, my dude. What are you working on today?
Today I've actually been, as of earlier today, I have thought of a new story that revolves around elves. Yes.
Ooh.
I don't know the story itself quite yet, so it's more of a brainstorming today. But I do know who the main character is and whatnot. But after a little bit of brainstorming and all that, I'll be going back to writing more of the Raziel Chronicles.
Well, that sounds fun. So it's cool that you came up with a new idea for a story, and you said it's involving elves. Is it like an elf protagonist, or is it like a world of elves, or like what's
Also,
what's
don't forget what kind of elf too.
like Santa's elves, right?
No, not Santa's elves, but I see the wish fulfillment there. But I wouldn't know what kind of elves yet. But no, it is a whole world of elves. Just elves, no humans. I mean, granted, the animals are, of course, different and whatnot. But overall, the whole world is just full of elves. The main character is maybe elf. Don't know. There's a little hint right there. But as for the rest, it's just all elves. The world is full of it.
Nice. Well, that sounds super fun, actually. That sounds like a great idea. And I think brainstorming for new story ideas is always really, really exciting. And especially when you're trying to come up with like new concepts and new characters. I think everybody's favorite part of storytelling tends to be the brainstorming stage.
That is true. That is my most fun part of it, but the writing part of it gets a little difficult sometimes.
I'm kind of the opposite. I like the brainstorming, but I really enjoy actually just writing it down and getting it out of my head.
You're like, especially when it's been on your mind for so long. Well, I definitely totally relate with that. And I would love to hear from the chat. What is your favorite part of the entire writing process? Maybe it's the brainstorming. Maybe it's the editing. Maybe it's the writing. Maybe it's the author branding. I would love to hear from you. Drop a comment. I know we see so many of our friends here in the chat. Megan, always good to see you, my friend. LeMay, welcome. And you guys are right. I was early today by 30 to 35 minutes. So you can never say that I'm not early.
Not today, at least.
Welcome, Vamika, Lynn, and Francisco. Good to see all y'all over here. Yeah. Let's see. What do we got over here? Lynn's like writing is your favorite part, hands down. Vamika, world building through the characters' senses.
Yeah.
World building is a fun one.
Yep.
Especially when we're trying to understand it through our character's POV. That's actually really, really fun. Megan, brainstorming, getting ideas into tales, my fanfic of Monkey Kid. Brainstorming, definitely a vibe. I ask myself, what is my favorite part of the writing process? Hmm. That's a hard one. I don't think I actually have a favorite part. I think I just love the entire writing process. Like, I love the brainstorming. I have fun coming up with cool ideas for stories and the characters and the world. But then the writing part of it, it's like, okay, now I'm bringing the vision to life. Similar to Soul, what you had said. But then for me, revising is like, okay, now it's fixing the puzzle and making sure do the puzzle pieces actually align. It's like a game to me. And then the editing is just fixing the making sure that the things work. And then publishing is just finding your readers. Now, of course, it's all easier said than done, of course. But I think I enjoy every part of the process. I guess we'll find out when I publish the book if I actually like the publishing part of it. Oh, man. Oh, nice, Francisca. You said you're a discovery writer, so your outlines don't tend to be the most detailed, which means you enjoy the actual writing process since you discover most of the plots and twists as it goes.
Yep, I get that.
I forgot, crazy soul. Are you guys discovery writers, or as we like to coin it, discovery writers and architects?
I think I'm probably more of the discovery type of writer. I mean, I like knowing what I'm doing, but once you get down to like the main, once you get like the main idea down of what you're wanting to do, yeah, I really like figuring out the rest as the story goes. The fan fiction I'm writing right now, I knew maybe 10% of what I was gonna do, and I have done so much more on that since writing it.
I go crazy.
Both. I am both.
Oh, both, definitely both. Do you switch off between like for whatever story you're working on?
It really depends. Like for the whole entire series of what's going on with Raziel, Angel, and all of them, I already know the story. I know how it's gonna go. I gotta build upon it. I'm just building upon it, and as I do build upon it, that's when the whole learning it as I go comes along. It's like, oh, I didn't really think of that. Okay, but as for like the outline of it, I already know how it's all gonna go. I just gotta put in the details.
That totally makes sense. Yeah, it's interesting because I think writing a book takes so much time, obviously, and there's so many factors that go into it. And it kind of seems like that the one obstacle that stops writers the most tends to be the editing portion of the writing process. I think that seems to be everyone's biggest obstacle.
I could see that.
True. Very true.
I personally have more issues with like marketing and publishing it myself.
Like getting your like stuff out to readers.
Yeah, I'm not really a social person, even on my best days. So actually, like trying to put myself out there is
This is
yeah,
true.
I'd kind of almost rather not.
I can agree with that on Soul because I've been there with Soul, and yeah, I agree with that. Yes, it is the truth.
So then, when we're not good at something like marketing, how do you guys how do you figure out navigating how to do it? If we don't find the readers, they don't buy the books.
Yeah, talk about it on Facebook and stuff. Other sources, man.
Yeah. I mean, I've got myself into that Comic-Con here in Columbus before, here and there in Columbus a couple of times already. I mean, that was pretty much my getting my book out, and I still have to laugh at last year. Oh, hey, is this the table with the gay pirate book? That was like literally what somebody like said to me as they came almost running over. And that was about the extent of my, hey, this is my book. Come buy this.
Well, it sounds like they were down for your book then, especially
they actually bought a copy. They were like super excited for it.
Oh, that's so cool. I don't know how many LGBT type based pirate books there are out there. I don't
I don't think
I
there's a
don't read a
whole
lot of
lot.
LGBT literature, so I'm just not familiar with where the genre is.
LGBT books, I mean, they're getting more popular. LGBT pirate books, I don't think nearly as many. And plus, I mean, with
Do you
mine,
advertise it as an LGBT pirate book?
well,
Mm,
sort of. I mean, I say that it's an LGBT pirate book. I'm not going to deny that. Yeah, no, there's a lot of characters that are LGBT in it,
mm-hmm.
but most people, I don't really actually advertise that the main character is transgender. So,
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if that's necessary or not. I mean, within because they'll read the blurb and they'll obviously see.
oh, that's actually not in the blurb.
Oh, it's not even in the blurb.
No, the fact that the main
Interesting.
character is trans is not mentioned in the blurb at all. You actually have to find out by reading the story.
I wonder if that's important for the reader to know going into it. Huh, that's
It
interesting.
depends on how
I
relevant
don't
it
know.
is.
Yeah, what was that?
It depends on how relevant it is. Because for Kasai, that's simply his identity. He
Yeah.
doesn't advertise it. He doesn't really talk about it a lot. Just to him, he's being himself.
Mm-hmm. No,
Another
yeah, you're
character
absolutely right. I was like,
actually-
I don't think it's a factor since it's just a character. It'd be different if it was a book that was exploring, if it was a book where a character was exploring their, like a coming of age or exploring their sexuality. Then I think it would be different. Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, for my book, it's because it doesn't focus on that. I mean, yes, Kasai ends up with a guy, but romance is not the biggest thing. In fact, romance was a complete and utter accident for Kasai. It was not his focus.
Mhm.
So it's not advertised as that sort of thing. It's just advertised as gay pirate adventure, basically.
Mhm.
And I think more often than not, when people hear about, gay pirate books, guarantee you most are going to think it's going to be some sort of romance. And then mine has like so little in it that I bet a lot of people are going to be like, oh, this is actually kind of disappointing. Well, excuse me, I just want an adventure, not a romance.
So for anybody who wants to check out book 1, what's it called and where can they find it?
Okay, I will get a link up here in a moment, but I will go ahead and show it too. Pirates Burning Ember.
I like totally didn't intend to plug it, but I think it's sounds like it's a really cool book.
And the first one is actually kind of thick. I think it's like 500 pages, 560 or so. But there's also a glossary of characters in the front and then a glossary of other terms in the back, so that people can keep characters straight, learn about the flora and fauna, etc. So, and then the website, which I severely need to update, also has more information on like the world itself.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Thanks so much for sharing that. So really, really appreciate it. And I know from reading some of your excerpts and reading your stuff before that you're a really strong writer. So I'm sure it's a great story.
I'm hoping people enjoy it.
The thing that I always struggle with, and everyone knows this when it comes to other writers in the community, is I always want to read everyone else's books, but I already struggle with reading the books that I want to read to begin with. So it's like I have this super long TBR where it's like, okay, well, how do I go about reading everyone's books? Audiobooks work really well for me, but a lot of beginning writers don't put out audiobooks for their stuff. So then I kind of go back and forth and trying to figure out how to read. That's the one thing I'm struggling with, trying to figure out how to get reading back into my lifestyle.
For some reason,
I really want to get a audiobook made for mine, but I want to finish the third book first.
Makes sense.
For some reason, I thought, Kaufman, whenever you publish Scarecrow and you want to do an audiobook for it, for some reason I can imagine Elmo reading it.
That's exactly who I'm going to hire to read The Last Scarecrow, Elmo. No, when I do publish Scarecrow, and right now hopefully it will be ready by late spring, early summer. I do plan on coming out with all of the formats. So paperback, hardcover, audio, ebook. But granted, I already like reading to begin with, so I feel pretty good about that. But when we were talking about marketing, though, I think Crazyland has a really good recommendation for a really good community here. They follow a lot of instructional stuff from groups like 20 Books to 50K and Successful Indie Authors. I think they're definitely worth 20 Books to 50K is a really popular group. I think you can go check them out on Facebook. You see a lot of like really helpful posts from just their members and people who are doing book marketing really successfully, and people who don't do it successfully, and you see a lot of like learning stories. Hey, what's up, ML? Welcome. So
I went
yeah,
ahead and shared real quick. I went ahead and shared a link to both the first and second book, both of which are out. And I'm still trying to figure out how to do it through Draft Through Digital, but they've also got physical copies as well.
ooh, that's super cool. That's super
Yeah, I was
exciting.
actually a little surprised Drafted Digital was able to do physical because it's primarily, I think, for digital stuff, but I don't like Ingram Spark very well, and they're a lot better for physicals. But they're also kind of, I find them difficult to work with.
So you decided you didn't drop your books through Amazon?
Draft Through Digital actually has them through Amazon, but they're digital copies. So like through Kindle or they're also digital through Barnes and Nobles and whatnot. And there's like a few other websites I think you can get them through. The physical copies, I'm not 100% sure. I have to admit I'm still trying to figure that one out. I
So
think
I actually,
those it's kind of more of
the,
do you know me personally kind of thing.
this idea literally just came to me. You need to take your books and go sell them at Pride.
I want to
You should be going
so
to you
freaking
should go
bad.
to like you should go to like as many of the prides as you can in your area and other areas, and go. You will be able to sell so many copies at Pride. Oh my god! I don't
Unfortunately,
know
I
why I haven't
can't
thought about
drive,
that.
and I have to rely on my partner
It's a
or other
transportation,
people.
but like that.
Not,
That's people would buy that type of book there. Like
I
that.
honestly, I think you're
Mhm.
right, but unfortunately, it also actually having to buy the books myself to sell the copies. Draft to
So
Digital gives you a discount. I think I bought 12
well,
copies of.
for selling paperback, I think you can also sell ebook. You can also sell ebook. You just have to have a way for people to pay in the moment. Or like even if you're selling like digital, be like, hey, what just Venmo me $10. Everybody has Venmo and Zelle. Or you could buy one of those like card reader, one of the what I would do is I would buy the card reader, which is
Mhm.
only like $20 or $30. Those things are
That
easy to
was my
buy.
plan.
And then you hook it to the phone for
I actually meant to go to Pride last year, but
Mhm.
unfortunately, the vendor cost was I think like $120 to have a spot for Pride.
To be able to have like a stand.
More often than not, that actually isn't too bad if I can save up for it. But we also had to get like a new furnace last year, so it's like keep
You
my
know
house
what I
heated
would
or go to Pride.
You know what I would do to counteract that? Actually, I would get creative. Instead of getting a stand, I would create a costume based on my main character, make it very flashy and make it stand out. Then film myself the entire, or get a friend to film me. And then people would ask and be like, hey, I'm promoting my book. I'm a new author. And have people come to you through social media. Through doing
That
through doing
is
something that's flashy.
that's actually not a bad idea because Sai doesn't really dress flashy, but
It is
I could
it'd
probably
be
figure
like
out
a character.
something.
It'd be like a character from your book. It's really more just to get attention. I think like if you to get around doing like a vendor cost. Because if people want to know or learn something, they can come up to you and sell people like, yeah, this is my book. Like you
Unfortunately, that
I think
probably would
it's
require more social skills than I have, but I can at least try it.
so you need to find somebody who's the social butterfly for you.
He's better at the video thing. I could probably ask Crazy.
True. This is true. I am the master of the videos. I love making videos.
I try to come up with so many like clever ways to it's really just capturing people's attention, because really you're just using it as a hook to then get them to tell them what your book is about.
I
And
have to
really
remember all this for next year's Pride.
Mm-hmm.
We usually have it in September,
Mm-hmm.
and last year it was twice the size of what it was the year before. So it took up like the entire parking lot. Crazy. Do you remember Mill Race?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it filled up a very large amount of that.
When I think about the book launch and I think about what I'm going to do with Scarecrow when I'm ready to launch, I ask myself, how do I create as much attention as possible? I mean, outside of like all the virtual stuff that I'll do, but I think I'm going to try to go to every bookstore in the area and do a book launch at every bookstore within like a 1 to 2 week period. I think that's what I would try to do. But yeah, it's a lot of it is like theorizing and formulating on things that have actually worked. So, but I always find it fascinating. Well, Francisco, that's really good to know. You said if you use a Read Era, you can press an audio button and it'll read out files to your copy, and it's a mobile app. Yeah, ML, I think actually, ML, you use something similar as well. What I've learned when I try to do apps or when I try to do audio things is like you can't it's not going to save your place in like files. Like let's say you're going through a book, it'll start the beginning, but it's hard to go through an entire book with like an audio reader because it's not designed to read through books. Whereas like Audible, right? You get an audio file. It's based on chapters. It can stop. It can speed. It's like designed for audiobook files. But yeah, for some reason, I've never had success with those. But it sounds like Read Era might be geared towards reading. So maybe that's something I'll have to check out, Francisco. Thanks for the rec. Lynn, you said in-person book launches are complicated. Yeah, I can imagine they are. I mean, I've done my share of research so far. And obviously you guys have more experience than I do. You guys have done more book launches than I have. I know, Lynn, you've done book launches as well. But what I do know is that really it's a matter of finding the local bookstores, and each local bookstore is going to have their own system. So it's really figuring out what is a local bookstore system for promoting new authors. Every local bookstore has something different. Doing in advance, building up a relationship with the owner or with the team, and then getting yourself in there in whatever way, shape, or form. Way more difficult with Barnes and Noble. That I do know. Way more difficult to get in with the Barnes and Noble. But it is possible. It is still possible. It's just more challenging because there's more. They have more requirements for getting in, doing book signings and book things at their stores. So, but I always find it fascinating. Okay, so on that note, like I said, we have a shorter writers group today, so we're gonna hop into a writing sprint.
Hop, hop.
Yep, exactly. That exactly. So we're gonna do a 30-minute sprint, and we're going to see just what we can achieve. And by the way, something super exciting for those of you who don't know, the WriteNow A Thon is literally right around the corner. So I hope everyone's going to come join us. I hope you guys are all going to come partake in the exciting festivities as we celebrate our end of year celebration next weekend. Wow, literally right around the corner. Here's the webpage that has everything listed for the WriteNow A Thon. Go check it out here. We have everything listed here. We have all of the guest events, all of the cards available. You want to check out what the different activities are that we are hosting, and we got a lot of things. We also have links to all of our social graphics, schedules, and everything in between. Our cool Illuminati volunteer team that's putting it all together. So definitely hope to see all you guys next week. And that's what I got. So the 26th is going to be a holiday Discord party. So 26th, we're going to be kicking it off with a holiday Discord party where we're going to be coming together in the Discord to chat up with the writers, maybe do some movies, some games, maybe a karaoke. Soul said that they're going to sing, so it'll be great.
No.
Crazy said that he's going to show up and do some karaoke.
Karaoke.
Yay.
Karaoke.
Hey, we're gonna do some karaoke. All right, guys. There's gonna be dancing after the Discord party. Everyone's gonna be like, "All right, leave right now." I don't know these weirdos.
Yes, you do. We are karaoke people.
So great question, Megan. So yep, we'll be kicking off with a holiday Discord party on Friday, December 26th. Yeah, it's going to be super cool. We're figuring out the specific logistics of what we're going to do, but it'll be fun. Hope to see everyone there. And then we'll be starting off the live stream itself on Saturday, the 27th, and we will be going all weekend. So definitely make sure to join us because this event is going to be epic. And the biggest undertaking we're trying to achieve. So we'll see how it goes. Can we last all these hours? I guess only time will tell. We don't know. All right, my friends. And on that note, Let's do it. So, like I said, we got 30 minutes on the clock. We're going to try to see just what we can accomplish, whether you are writing, editing, revising, author branding, brainstorming, or maybe you're just procrastinating. Come join us because it's time to write now. All right, friends, and we are back. Welcome back from that writing sprint. How did that treat you? Were you able to make any progress that time? Hopefully, fingers crossed, we were able to push and make it through in one piece. How'd that treat you guys?
Pretty good. Did a character description that I haven't done before, so
Nice. You're like, all right, you were able to hopefully do a little bit with it. That's good. I know you said you made a lot of progress today too.
yeah, I think now I'm at over 4,000 words.
Nice. What about you, Crazy? Any luck on your end?
Can you hear me?
I
I
can.
can't hear you. I was like, let me reload.
It happens a lot, apparently. Sorry, folks.
Yeah, for some reason, Crazy, I don't know why it wouldn't let me hear you at first.
I have a curse, man. I always bring a curse upon thee, man.
Crazy curse.
The crazy curse. Yes. Well, I didn't get very much done with the new book I've been thinking of. I couldn't really
Mhm.
think of a title or think of
Mhm.
like a book cover for it. So I just kind of was like, okay, before I start like busting nerves wide open and stuff, I would just go ahead and go to Razio Chronicles, and from there I was able to add um, more to the story I had previously written, or more
Okay.
to like a thing going on between Razio and Johnny. I was
Okay.
able to actually add more to it, so I did at least do that.
Nice. Nice. I feel like being able to make like a little bit of a push is always really nice. Um, I feel like I got like a little bit of writing in, but I wasn't super productive today. Kind of like I wanted to. Well, at least in terms of my writing, I've been super productive with all the admin stuff. So, oh man.
Oh, and
Um,
one thing,
mhm.
I didn't say this last week, but for Megan, yes, of course, we already talked about how Raziel is spelled like yours, but mine is also a bad guy, by the way.
Mm,
Forgot to say that last week.
and Raziel sounds like a really cool character too.
Oh, indeed.
It looks like we made some progress in the chat as well. Megan got some brainstorming and research. Lynn about 400 words. At least you got some characters broken down into groups and should make it easier to find the character you need most. So it looks like we got some good planning, some good writing, and some good brainstorming mixed. Yeah, I'm glad we were able to make a push today. Like I said, today's writers group is a little shorter. It's my schedule today, but that's what we got. And then as I was thinking towards the end of the year, this is going to be our last writers group of the year. I thought about the next 2 Wednesdays, and I'm like, for some reason, I don't think we're going to be able to do a writers group on what's that, Christmas Eve or on New Year's Eve. I think Wednesday is New Year's Eve as well.
Yeah, Wednesday's the 24th. I
Yeah.
think a lot of people are either going to be with like immediate family that they live
Yeah.
with, or they're
Yeah,
already going
because
to be with other family they're visiting.
yeah, I mean, like we'll talk about it. I mean, when's no, my family's gonna kill me if I stream. I might be able to come back for a New Year's one if we want to do earlier in the day. It just so happens that the next 2 Wednesdays happen to be the next 2 holidays. But what are you going to do? After 77 meetings, I feel like we've made a pretty good consistency.
It's kind of an understatement.
We've made excellent consistency, but we're going to be back next week with the WriteNow A Thon. So we hope everybody joins us. It's going to be absolutely epic. Hopefully you guys join us for the holiday party on Friday. We'll have some fun in the Discord. It'll be cool. So Crazy, thanks for joining this week. I guess Crazy, and if I don't see you next week, we'll see you next year.
Indeed. I will miss all of you.
Oh, he's going crazy. He's losing it without the writers group. Well, we appreciate you, my friends. I will be back tomorrow at some point for another writing stream, and we'll see just what we can accomplish. But if you enjoyed the stream, tap that like button. Help us show the algorithm that writing streams are cool. And on that note, I'm Kaufman, and these guys are
Chat Soul.
Crazy Rubia.
And we'll catch you on the next stream. Take care, friends. Stories are forever. I'm Kaufman, and I'll catch you on the morrow. Stay creative, writers. It's time to write.
Right now.
Sorry.
Right now, not right now, but right now. Read now, right now.